Pokémon Violet is a scarily optimized game, in terms of difficulty, not frame rate obviously. The gym leaders have carefully crafted teams designed to trick the player into being one hit, which is why the perfect challenge is to throw planning out the window by making it so our team is randomized after every battle. That doesn't sound too bad, right? Except when your level 48 Delphox suddenly turns into a level 2 Lechonk, no! You start to realize how brutal this is going to be. Our journey begins like every other journey, spamming A and wanting to die. I mean, choosing our new best friend and totally forever partner for Coco. We nicknamed them Kratos after a subscriber, and yes, every Pokemon today is named after subs, so subscribe and comment so you can die in the next video. We spam A to take down the living embodiment of a golden retriever, catch ourselves a Lechonk named Bacon, and continue to spam A again for 45 minutes until we get to the first Pokemon Center, where we can now abandon our best friend to the infinite void. We say goodbye to Kratos and welcome him back in the form of a level 18 Mastiff, who, because he's over level 15, won't listen to me in battle. What a great start. Luckily, Bacon turns into a level 1 Tricks Rabbit, which despite me being more of a Fruit Loops kid, we can absolutely work with. Just like a Nuzlocke, this run is permadeath, but unlike a Nuzlocke, I am allowed to fill out my team right now. Because I am only allowed 6 Pokemon for the entire run, and if I lose one, I am forced to continue the run with only 5 Pokemon in total. So I catch an Igglybuff named Deadman, a Fido named Kalik, a Fledgling named Jaden, and finally a Pawmi named Lauren. I quickly tell them we'll be together forever before sacrificing them to the void, starting with Deadman. Here we go. Okay, he probably won't listen to me. Oh no. After that totally not hacked in shiny, we trade Kalik for a Fletchinder. Okay, that could work. Next, Jaden becomes Rat. And finally, Lauren turns into a set of car keys. And despite half our team refusing to listen to me, we head off to take down Nemona again, who Bacon makes very short work of. Of course, this means we need to spam A through 30 minutes of cutscenes again before being free to trade almost our entire team. That's right, I said almost. You see, I didn't bring Kratos with me on that last battle, so this time I'll be trading everyone but him. Allowing me to stash Pokemon for later fights is helpful, but it adds the massive risk of having less Pokemon to use in tough battles. After spamming A for another 2 hours, trading our entire team 2 more times, and suffering through far too many mandatory cutscenes, we're finally out of the tutorial, and our team looks like this. Bacon is now Routes. Oh, okay. I'm down with that. Deadman is now an event Pikachu. That's right, he is a flying Pikachu from an official Pokemon event. Jaden turns into a Starly. Kalik turns into, whoa, my favorite Pokemon! And Lauren becomes a level 56 Lycanroc. With our first taste of freedom in hours, we level up Jaden to the level cap of 15 for the next gym and trap our entire team except for Lauren in a box. And after a quick round of what can only be called the weirdest gym challenge, it's time to take on Katie. And thanks to Jaden and their overpowered flying terror wing attacks, she doesn't put up much of a fight.
That was a little too close for comfort, I'll be honest.
Winning the badge, Jaden evolves, then tells us they love us and they're glad that we're their forever trainer, before we boot them into the sky in exchange for a level 15 Silly Cobra. And of course, Lauren is traded into a level 6 Tarantula, who, and I might be the first person to say this about a Tarantula, is actually exactly what I need. On our way to Artisan, I make sure to get a few levels.
Get out of here, Slugma. Oh shit, Slugma got hands.
And as soon as we arrive in town, I activate the gym challenge for the hardest game of Sunflora hide and seek I have ever done. No, seriously, no matter how hard I looked, for 15 minutes, I couldn't find a single one. These guys are pros. Oh, they're not here. After actually starting the gym challenge, I quickly rounded them up, evolved Lauren to a Spitops, and challenged Brassius to do a flip. Lauren makes quick work of Petalil and Smoliv, but Brassius sends out Sudowoodo, causing us to swap to Pikachu. I know this sounds strange, but remember, this Pikachu isn't normal. He has the power of God and anime on his side, and by that, I mean he can fly. This is risky though. If he gets hit by even one rock slide, he is a goner. Luckily, thanks to Fly, he dodges his first attack and almost takes Sudowoodo down. Sudowoodo goes for the rock throw, and no! Yes! We secure our second badge, and now Pokemon up to level 30 are forced to listen to me, both in battle and about how the moon is flat. With another gym down, it's time to say goodbye to Lauren and Deadman and head on our way to Lavencia to take on Iona and her electric gym. The only issue is that Donphan from earlier is level 34, so we need to get lucky here if we want to counter her team. Instead, we get a level 35 Basculin and a level 19 Luxio, which means the parasocial streamer lives another day because Kofu's time has come. Except there is a small problem. Cascarafa is completely blocked off by Team Star, who, like their parents, we're ignoring entirely this run. This means spamming A through a cutscene that takes so long that it forces me to jump off a cliff. We eventually make it to Cascarafa and head straight to the gym. We're told first to head to the port town nearby to drop off Kofu's wallet. But before we can leave, everyone's favorite golden retriever strikes again. This is bad. Our whole team is going to be lost. This is optional. I could say no. Oh, okay. She wasn't having that. Luckily, my team right now is only Jaden the Silly Cobra that I was leveling for Iona. And it sucks we're going to lose them, but thankfully after 3 minimizers, it's pretty much impossible to hit him. How did he land +6 evasiveness? And then 3 quick coils, it pretty much means Jaden sweeps Nemona's entire team. Except for Florigado. This grass cat will absolutely outspeed me. And its grass terror will do massive damage to my ground typing. Except this isn't a normal Silly Cobra. It has a fire terror for some reason. That would have messed me up if I wasn't a fire terror. We land our bulldoze before swapping to headbutts and manage to start outspeeding Nemona and get the win. If I hadn't landed that last bulldoze, I wouldn't have lowered their speed enough that I outsped them twice there, and that meant I probably would have actually lost that because I only brought 1 Pokemon. We trade Jaden away, hoping for a level 29 Pokemon to help with Kofu, and end up with a Houndour, which I love because I'm really just a tween and Hot Topic at heart, but that's not very helpful right now. We head to drop off Kofu's wallet and evolve Kratos along the way. Oh, and finally get Lauren to level 30 where they evolve as well. I know this looks a bit ridiculous, but I want to try to take on Kofu with just Lauren, because everyone else on my team so far will be perfect for other gyms. I'd like to give him his wallet. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. All that work. Luxray. Oh no. I'm a genius. That's right. I assumed there'd be a gym trainer. So I swapped into Basculin. After barely winning, thanks to Deadman choosing to ignore me, it's time for him to enter the void and return as a Rockruff named Waffles. Why is that the cutest name on the planet, man? And with that, it's back to the gym to take on Kofu with Lauren all by herself.
Oh my god, I look like I've shit my pants. Don't look at me, I've shit my pants. Really? You guys don't care that I've shit my pants? You think it's que bien? I love it when that happens.
Anyway, our fight with Kofu is going to be tough. While we should be able to easily sweep his first 2 Pokemon, his Crabominable is incredibly strong. And it doesn't help that Wugtrio gets a lucky flinch off, taking us down to half health. Honestly, the Wugtrio being that fast scares me so much because now it feels like I'm not going to outspeed the Crabominable. You just need to tank 1 hit so I understand the damage ratio. No shot, I outsped. I think anything he would have done there would have 1-hit me. So the fact that I managed to outspeed, and I think it all came down to that 1 last level. With Lauren's job done, we send her to the void, and we're gifted with an Eevee from the Galar region. And with a new badge, Pokemon level 35 and under will listen to me, which is great because I've been reading a lot about vaccines lately. So we head back to Lavencia to take on Iona. We use Eevee, or Umbreon since they evolved, to handle her gym trainer challenge. Trade them away where we get another routes, and then use Kalik the Donphan for the final fight, where we channel the scariest gym leader of all time, Whitney, by spamming rollout to sweep her team. Sadly, this does mean it's time to trade Kalik away. I feel like Kalik was one of the few that I actually really wanted to hold on to. Never mind, I'm A-okay with this. Well, I was A-okay up until I saw how high a level it was. We also kept Lauren on the team for the Iona fight because I really don't need a second routes. I'm not worried. We can get anything here and it'll likely be a better choice. I think I spoke frag wrong. Realizing neither of these two are going to help with the next gym leader, Larry, who is personally the gym leader I am most scared of, I decide to take them back to Route 1, fight a random trainer, and get to reroll on both. That's right, I'm using the rules designed to hurt me in my favor. Deal with it. Lauren the pig enters the void first, and if you give me a fighting type, that would really help. Yeah, okay. I could work with that. Sadly, we trade Kalik the Slacking away for a Bronzong, who again doesn't really fit either. I want him gone, but I decide to do the unthinkable and sacrifice Jaden the Houndour as well, so I have 2 chances to get something to counter Larry. Luckily, Jaden turns into a Fennekin, which, while not perfect, will absolutely be helpful. Bronzong, on the other hand, not really what I need. Like a gambling addict, I don't know when to stop, so I decide to roll Fido again. Can I have the Fido back? At this point, I am struggling to see a path forward for Larry that won't make me swap my entire team out. So I decide to fight 1 more trainer, trade Yungoos, and see whether or not we are skipping his gym for now entirely. And while not ideal, a level 1 Gibble has a lot of potential. Medali is in the north of the map, so I decide to go south all the way to Alphanada, which, without any upgrades on Maridon, really sucks. Along the way, I evolve Kalik the Gibble, Jaden the Finnegan, and then grab the TM for Focus Blast, a fighting move that does massive damage, but also does miss sometimes. This will hopefully let Jaden sweep Larry. But even with all this prep, I don't feel confident. See, taking on Larry without a real fighting type is dangerous and almost begging to lose a Pokemon. He always opens a Kamala with Sucker Punch that can put you to sleep, and if that's not bad enough, his Dunsparce has Glare, a 100% paralysis move that is followed by either Hyper Drill, a move with 100 base power and 100% accuracy, or Drill Run, a move with 80 base power and increased chance to crit. These two terrify me, and if they weaken my team too much, I'll be destroyed by Larry's ace, his Terra Normal Staraptor. So at the last moment, out of sheer panic, I decide to add Lauren the Fuecoco back to the team and evolve them to help deal with Staraptor, because when evolved, he becomes part Ghost type, so the Terra-empowered normal moves can't hit him. And with that, now we're ready.
As long as he doesn't Sucker Punch turn 1, we have a pretty solid start here. Okay, we're good. He went for the Yawn. That is such a good roll for us.
Our luck doesn't hold long though, as we miss our second Focus Blast and end up paralyzed.
This is why we Lumberied, everybody. This is why we Lumberied. Oh, nice try, buddy.
Sadly, we miss again.
Oh, no.
End up paralyzed again.
Yep.
And while we do land a Focus Blast, we take a Drill Run right to the face. I'm in range to lose Jaden here, and that could be disastrous, so I swap to Kalik and Bulldoze to finish off the Dunsparce.
Okay, that's good. This is really, really good.
Before sending out Lauren for Staraptor just like we planned. I want to stall, but also boost my damage, so I Terra for now and Yawn to put them to sleep.
That's fine. It has to Aerial Ace because it can't hit me with Facade. And it doesn't do much damage. Now it's asleep. What? Oh, no! I Terra'd, which means my whole plan went out the window because I Terra'd. I Terra'd like an idiot.
That's right. The entire reason I brought Lauren along, I just ruined by Terra typing to fire only. My Flamethrower half-health Staraptor, but it wakes up.
No, no, no. Roll low. Please roll low. Please roll low. Please roll low. Please hit. Please hit the Flamethrower and roll high. That was so close.
Despite all my planning, I almost lost 2 Pokemon in that one fight. And before I can even recover or randomize my team, it's time for a back-to-back Nemona fight, where, despite again almost losing Jaden and Kalik, I do manage to get by just barely without a loss. With 5 badges down, level 40 Pokemon now are forced to listen to me talk about chemtrails. We're officially halfway through the run without having lost a single Pokemon yet, and I refuse to start now. But I guess that's not up to me, because it's time to trade our team away, which really sucks because I was hoping to hold on to Lauren for Grusha. Now, whatever we get for this trade of Jaden is kind of going to give me an idea of where I want to go next. Whether we're going to Montevera to do the Ghost, whether or not we're going to go to the Psychic Gym. All right, now we do Kalik. Come on, please be something that actually helps me. That does have potential, but that doesn't have potential for the next 2 gyms. That has potential to the Elite 4. And finally, we trade Lauren for a level 42 Altaria. We're in a hard spot here. With 3 Pokemon perfect for the Elite 4, we're limited to just 3 Pokemon for the next few gyms. And with no solution in sight for either Grusha or Rhyme, we decide it's time for Kratos to come out and take down Tulip. But first, we need to train badly. I make my way up the mountain towards Montevera to train, evolve Kalik the Grookey, Jaden the Lechonk, Deadman the Rockruff, and Bacon the Curlier, before making it all the way to Grusha. And while doing all of this, I find a shiny Tadbulb, who I did catch, but I let you guys decide what I did with it. And thankfully, you all let me keep it as long as I didn't use it, so as a thank you for that, if this video gets 200 likes, I'll give it away in the comments. But with that, it's time for the next gym. Jaden makes short work of the gym trainers.
Excuse me, how did you live on 1 HP?
Before receiving the Midas Touch and becoming a Cyclizar. And now it's Kratos' time to shine. Thankfully, as a Dark type, none of her Psychic moves will be able to hit me, but her super effective Fairy moves will. He's got a Mago Berry on him, which means he's a Mago and destroy some people. We'll cut that. We instantly Terra since Kratos is taking Tulip alone and manage to one-hit Faragirif. And managed to one-hit her first Pokemon. We go for another crunch on Gardevoir, but don't manage to kill. This is bad.
And that's why we give berries.
Our second crunch takes them down, and we one-hit her Espathra as well. And because the game is coded to always force the gyms to Terra, even if it's a bad idea, Tulip kindly makes her Florges extra weak to Kratos by removing their fairy type, allowing us to sweep, collect our 6th badge, and now Pokemon up to level 45 have to hear all about how mermaids are real. But there is no time to celebrate. With that, Kratos, who we've had since Route 1, needs to be sent to the Void. And while it's cool, sadly the level 75 Blissey will not listen to me yet. So I take it down to a random trainer, do a quick battle, and send it out to the Void again, this time getting a Mukahida. That is good for me. That is very, very good for me. Yes! I grab Cyclizar and head straight to Monte Nevera for the next gym, and it's double battles. Can I do this with only one Pokemon? Or is it going to force me to have a second Pokemon? You know what I mean? Like, can I go in here with Cyclizar to take out the chumps, and then can I switch to my Altaria? But before I find out, disaster strikes. The Golden Retriever is back, and ambushes me before the gym when my team is empty except for Cyclizar. Oh no! With no clue what to do, I begin spamming Dragon Claw and manage to take out Lycanroc, Sliggoo, and then Terra-type to Ghost to try become immune to Pawmot's fighting moves. But it paralyzes me and almost kills me before we manage to take it down. The problem is, Masquerada will absolutely kill us here. Now, you may have noticed I've not been using any potions in battle this run. You see, that's because at the start of this run, I flipped a coin, and I decided if it landed on heads, I could heal whenever I wanted. But if it landed on tails, I would only be allowed to use potions in one battle. I was hoping to save this for the Elite Four, but it looks like I'm going to have to use it here. And it doesn't matter, because Flower Trick almost kills me in one hit. So I heal up again. She's forced me to use heals because I've panicked. And again, and again. And look, I know I am being the world's most annoying trainer right now, but I do this 10 times until she decides to use Quick Attack, which doesn't affect me because I'm a Ghost type now. We land a hit and she goes to Slash, but that doesn't affect me either. Okay, I cheesed this fight so hard, but you know what? She tricked me. I thought we were fighting after this. I managed to make it out okay this time, but only thanks to a random Cyclizar having a random Ghost Terror and my willingness to sacrifice my only heals of the run. I'm no longer allowed to heal in battle at all. It's time to say goodbye to Cyclizar because they're becoming a level 1 Buizel. I decided to use Lauren the Altaria and Jaden the Buizel for the gym trainers at Monte Nevera, so I leveled Jaden. You see, it's really tricky because Buizel wants to learn how to soak, but he doesn't have a bump and jump, before coming back and sweeping the gym challenge. Obviously, before we can take on Rhyme, we need to trade Lauren and Jaden, and we're really hoping for a Dark or Ghost type here. And instead, we get a level 37 Litleo. Do I pause this gym and go and do Grusha? I decide to see what Jaden comes back as before I pick who I fight next. And, well, the level 35 Riolu really seals the deal. You see, Lucario is perfect for the Elite Four, and Litleo is perfect for Grusha. So we begin training. We evolve Litleo and Mukahida, and then we head to take down Grusha. Lauren comes out first and one hits Frostmoth with Flamethrower. Grusha sends out Beartic, so I send out Kratos. My plan was to Terra to Flying type and become immune to his Earthquake, but I forget to, and luckily that's fine as we still manage to one-hit him. We leave Kratos out to deal with Titan, who has thick fat, meaning he's strong against Lauren's fire, and while he does hit us hard, close combat takes him down in one as well. You know what's really funny? If I had Terra'd Flying to try and get away from the Earthquake instead of just trying to commit, that would have one-hit me. I switch back to Lauren, Flamethrower, and one-hit Grusha's Ice Terra Altaria. Dude, this sucks. I don't want to get rid of my Pyro. He's so cool. I've literally never used this Pokemon before, and I kind of love it. And with that, we get our 7th badge, and as the sun sets, it's time to say goodbye to Lauren the Pyro and Kratos the Hariyama. Please send me something to take on ghosts. Right. All right, Kratos. You have been the embodiment of badass, so I have a good feeling here. I have a good feeling. This is going to be like a Garchomp, you know? Or a Gengar. As much as I'd like to keep this Wiglet on my team, I have a rule about no phallic Pokemon, so that means we're doing a trainer battle to trade them away. We can't win though and end up with an Alolan Dog trio, and Wiglet turns into a... Lauren was a Skeledirge just 4 trades ago, because we had a Fuecoco, an Altaria, a Litleo, Wiglet, and now a Skeledirge. With our new duo, we head straight to Rhyme and begin the fight. We're taking a lot of damage, but luckily the crowd boosts our team's attack not once, not twice, but 3 times, allowing us to sweep through the team, and Kratos even gets to land the finishing blow. We collect our final badge, and that means, finally, I can share my research all about JFK with you guys. It's time for our final trades before the Elite Four. We send Kratos and Lauren to the Void and receive a level 1 Hippopotas and a level 1 Dreepy, which are very annoying to level, but we get to work right away, evolving Jaden, Kratos, and Lauren before heading straight to the Elite Four, where we take a quick quiz, try to get Larry a raise, and begin the first battle. We open Kalik the Grookey. His grass typing is perfect for Rika's ground type. But the thing about these Elite Four is you can't really build one Pokemon to take their entire team down. For example, if I beat this Whiscash in one go, which I hope I do, he's going to send out a very scary Camerupt. Camerupt, obviously a fire move, will instantly rip through Rillaboom, so we have to find something else. That's why we have Kratos, all right? Because he's fire, he'll be also weak to ground. He's ground, so it just kind of balances out and makes it ineffective. But I'll be able to yawn him to sleep just in case. We Earthquake to take out Camerupt, switch back to Grookey, Drumbeat, and sadly, we don't manage to take him down. And we're punished with a super effective Poison Jab. We take him down, and I decide to Terra Calyx so that I can guarantee one-hitting Dugtrio and Clodsire. 1 down, 3 to go. We heal up between battles, and just like every other Sunday, prepare to fight a child. We send out Jaden and open with Aura Sphere, which doesn't kill and lets Copperaja do massive damage before going down. There goes our entire plan for this fight, and that's not good. I'm forced to switch to Kratos for Bronzong. Our ground moves won't work here, but we can tank a few hits and use Crunch to take him down. Corviknight comes out next, and we tank 2 Brave Birds while putting it to sleep, but once it is asleep, Deadman comes out to Terra Rock Tomb, and while it doesn't do much damage, does manage to take it down eventually, along with Magnezone before bringing Jaden back out to win the match. Holy crap, there was so much juggling. I'm feeling less confident by the second. But Larry is next, and Deadman is feeling aggressive, instantly Terra typing and one-hitting Tropius with a Rock Tomb. Nice. No, we're not switching. Although, Staraptor this early is terrifying, because if it outspeeds me, that close combat will kill me. Like, that's just a hard fact. If I get outsped here, I'm dead. Nice. Okay. Oh, shit, I'm dead. I'm so dead. We survive on a bee stick of hell, take out Staraptor, and switch out Bacon to take down Altaria. Our fairy typing lets us tank his hit and return the favor by taking him down in 1. We switch Deadman back in and try to Rock Tomb the Oricorio. I reckon I outspeed. Larry is down to his last Pokemon, Flamigo. Ah, shit. I don't know if I outspeed the Flamigo, though. Come on, just 1 hit. Make it clean. And he survives on 1 HP. Shit, that's our first slot lost. We wrap the fight with Kratos, but before we can take it down, it kills itself instead. Well, Deadman, you lived up to your name being the first Pokemon that we lost overall. I wasn't able to save you. Hassel's Dragons are up next, and Bacon is ready for action. They destroy Noivern, but we switch to Kratos to help deal with the Dragalge's poison-type damage. I Terra and... oh, the Quick Claw Slaw! Come on, Kratos. Go hard, son. Leading to an easy 1-hit. Hassel sends out Flapple, and I decide to commit here. Oh, the Quick Claw again! We get another Quick Claw and land an Earthquake, which doesn't do much. I decide to try stall him, so I go for the Yawn, and 3 in a row? That's right, get another Quick Claw. Once Flapple is asleep, we swap to Lauren, who destroys Flapple and Haxorus. But as he sends out his final Pokemon, I realize I am in trouble here, because, to be honest, Glaive Rush and Icicle Crash could kill me. And without Dragon Pulse not managing to kill, Hassel not only kills Lauren, but even chooses to taunt us with his dad jokes. No point letting this drag on! Kalik comes out and takes his revenge, quickly wrapping the matchup before we prepare to take on Geeta with only 4 Pokemon. We open Kratos, she opens Espathra. We go straight for the crunch, but take a massive Lumina Crash crit to the face. Holy shit. Not wanting to risk losing Kratos this early, I switch to Bacon, hoping the damage will be minimal, and we're right, allowing us to take her down. I send out Jaden and easily one-hit King Gambit and Avalugg, but sadly, Go-Go tanks our next hit, and we brace to take damage. But he misses. We attack again as he bulks up, and he lives on 1 health. Before we can finish him off, he gets 1 last attack, and misses. This has been so lucky. We swap to Kalik and easily one-hit Veluza before finally switching to Jaden for Glamora. I Terra pointlessly. That was a dumb Terra because now her poison moves can actually hit me. But who cares? He's got a bright idea. And that bright idea is one-hitting Glamora. Champion Eljay! Champion Eljay! With champion status achieved, normally a run ends here. But in Pokemon Violet, Champion Geeta actively admits that she's not actually the final battle. That comes next, and it's with Nemona. She sends out Lycanroc, and we send out Jaden, who obliterates them. We switch to Kratos for Pormo, and while we do take a hit, we pay it back with Earthquake. Bacon comes out and takes a Poison Sludge to the face before half-healthing Goodra, and since it's the final battle, I decide to risk it. And well, Jaden comes out and takes Goodra to 1 HP before Sandstorm finishes her off. We quickly one-hit Orthworm and take down to Dunsparce with ease. All that is left is Mouscarada, and not wanting to take Jaden's glory, I let them go out with a bang, before letting Kalik drop the hammer quite literally and win the match. Onk. I head back to my dorm for the day to rest, but I find a letter on my desk. Dear Eljay, please submit all of your Pokemon for safekeeping. It's time for you to report for gym leader duty. Overseas study? What? Click here to see what happens next.